Monarch butterflies are one of the most complex insects on our planet, and one of the reasons is because they are born without wings. Most winged insects are born with their wings. Butterflies have to earn them. They have to go through stages. So there are actually 4 stages in the life of a monarch butterfly, or any butterfly. First, they're an egg that the female lays on the host plant. That's another thing that a lot of people don't know. For most butterflies, there's only one or just a handful of plants that they will lay their eggs on, because they're designed for their larvae. When they hatch and become caterpillars, which are also called larvae, they only eat a certain plant. Now, monarch butterflies, their larvae only eat milkweed. There is a project called Project Monarch Health that's going on in the United States and has been going on for several years. It's being run by the University of Georgia and Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And it's a project to study the parasites in monarch butterflies, believe it or not. It's not an epidemic like the bee situation. This parasite called OE has been around for probably as long as there have been butterflies. And it's remained stable, the amount of OE in monarch butterflies, for several decades. But they're studying it because the monarch butterfly, is in danger at this time for other reasons. So as a citizen, in order for them to gather enough information, they need to get information from the field, from all across the United States. So they turn to people like myself that raise monarch butterflies in their garden. When I have a newborn butterfly, when it comes out of its chrysalis and it hangs upside down for 2 hours, its wings harden, and then I've learned how to handle it very softly. I take a little round sticky tag and I rub it on the belly to get a few little scales, put it on an index card, and I send it to University of Georgia. And they can then, under the microscope, see how much of this OE parasite. The parasite is a one-celled protozoan. It's very small. Then I also learn how to tag them. And a butterfly tag is about the size of the end of an eraser on a pencil. It's that big around, little tiny round tag. It has a number on it, and every tag has its own unique number. When that butterfly is 2 hours old, I can very gently put it on the outside of the wings, and then if it flies, nobody really knows. Scientists don't know where monarch butterflies go after they're born. They don't. So they come to citizens like myself who raise monarchs. We tag them and we let them go, and there's no harm done to them whatsoever by either of these procedures. And we see if somebody will find them someday and figure out, well, look how far they've traveled. Here's our situation right now. 5 years ago, they had 1 billion monarch butterflies in Mexico hibernating for the winter, overwintering. This year, they only had 33 million. Now that's a drop of what, 97, 98% in 5 years. It's devastating. And they know why it happened. It lands up that ethanol became a really important product. And that means you have to grow corn. So all throughout the Midwestern United States, the farms, they started plowing down this native milkweed to grow the corn. And then they also made a hybrid of corn that can tolerate a lot more herbicide, which herbicide is to kill insects, because there are some insects that eat corn, but because monarchs are also insects, it kills them too. There are scientists getting together and saying, we need to immediately create milkweed corridors to save monarch butterflies. They're an astounding insect, and they do a remarkable migration, more than any other insect on the planet. So everybody can help monarch butterflies. I really urge everyone, plant milkweed. If you can plant native milkweed that's native to your state, that's healthiest. If not, get what's at the nursery, which is called tropical milkweed, but please help and urge everyone in the Midwest and Northeast, urge your state Department of Transportation to plant milkweed all along the highways. And we can save this beautiful insect.